What if everything you have been struggling to change about your life could shift in a single night? Not through effort, not through willpower, not through another strategy or plan or technique you found on the internet, but through something so simple it almost feels like it should not work. Something so quiet you might miss it entirely if you were not paying attention. Tonight, I am going to share something with you that sits at the very edge of what most people are willing to accept. And I need to be honest with you before we go any further. There is a reason this is not talked about openly. There is a reason you will not hear this in most classrooms or self-help seminars or even in most spiritual teachings. Because what I am about to walk you through does not just challenge what you believe about reality. It dismantles it. Quietly, irreversibly, from the inside out. And all it asks of you is one night. One single night of listening differently. Not to me, not to words, but to the frequency beneath the words. To the silence between the thoughts. To the signal your body has been trying to send you for years, that keeps getting drowned out by the noise of a world that profits from your confusion. So if you are here right now, if something pulled you to this, trust that. Because this is not random. The fact that you are hearing this tonight, at this exact moment in your life, is not coincidence. It is resonance. Something inside you already knows what I am about to say. You have felt it in those strange, quiet moments when the world goes still, and for just a breath, you sense that everything you thought was solid is actually shimmering, fluid, waiting for permission to rearrange. Let that land for a moment. Now let me tell you what most people get wrong about change. And I mean fundamentally, structurally wrong in a way that keeps them trapped for years, sometimes decades, sometimes entire lifetimes. Most people believe that reality is fixed and that they must work to alter it. They see the world as this immovable thing made of concrete circumstances and hard facts, and they believe their job is to push against it hard enough until something gives. So they push, they strategize, they grind, they set goals and make vision boards and repeat affirmations while secretly doubting every single word. And sometimes things shift a little, enough to keep them going, enough to make them think the pushing is working. But the deep stuff, the patterns that keep repeating, the relationships that keep cycling through the same pain, the financial ceiling that never quite breaks, the feeling of being fundamentally stuck no matter how much external progress they make. None of that changes. Because they are trying to rearrange the furniture in a house built on a cracked foundation, and no amount of redecorating will fix a structural problem. Here is what no one tells you. The foundation is not your habits. It is not your mindset. It is not even your beliefs. At least not in the way you think of beliefs. The foundation is your state, your energetic state, the frequency at which your nervous system is vibrating moment to moment, day to day, night to night. And most critically, the frequency at which you exist when your conscious mind finally lets go. When you fall asleep. This is where everything changes. There is a window that opens every single night of your life. A window most people sleepwalk right through without ever realizing what it is. In the moments just before sleep, as your brainwave patterns shift from beta to alpha to theta, something extraordinary happens. The analytical mind, that relentless gatekeeper that spends all day filtering your experience and telling you what is possible and what is not, that gatekeeper steps aside. It does not shut down entirely. It simply loosens its grip. And in that loosening, in that softening, a doorway opens directly into the subconscious field where your reality is actually being generated. Think about that. Every night you are given direct access to the operating system that runs your life. The programming that determines what you notice and what you ignore, what you attract and what you repel, what feels possible and what feels permanently out of reach. Every single night that door swings open, and every single night most people walk right past it because they are scrolling their phone or replaying the anxieties of the day or falling asleep to the television, filling that sacred threshold with noise. But what if tonight you did something different? What if tonight, instead of filling that space with distraction, you filled it with intention? Not forced intention, not desperate wanting, but the quiet, clear, coherent signal of someone who already knows who they are becoming. Someone who is not asking reality to change, but is instead changing the frequency from which reality is being projected. If this is already opening something in you, take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe so we can keep going deeper together in future videos. Let me take you deeper into this, because the science here is extraordinary, and it converges with ancient wisdom in ways that should stop you in your tracks. Your brain operates on measurable electrical frequencies. This is not metaphor. This is neuroscience you can observe on an EEG. During your normal waking state, you are primarily in beta, which is the frequency of active thinking, problem solving, analyzing, worrying. Beta is useful. It gets things done. But beta is also the frequency of separation. In beta, you experience yourself as a distinct entity moving through a fixed external world. You are here. The world is out there, and there is a gap between what you want and what you have. And that gap feels very real and very solid. As you begin to relax, as the day winds down and your body starts preparing for sleep, your brain shifts into alpha. Alpha is the bridge state. It is relaxation without sleep, awareness without analysis. In alpha, the boundary between you and the world begins to soften. This is why you often have your best ideas in the shower, or during a walk, or in those drowsy moments before bed. The gatekeeper is loosening. The filter is thinning. Information that was always there but could not get through suddenly starts to arrive. Then comes theta, and theta is where the real magic lives. Theta is the frequency of deep meditation, of hypnosis, of that liminal space between waking and sleeping that mystics and sages across every tradition have pointed to as the gateway. In theta, your subconscious mind is wide open. It is not just receptive, it is programmable. Whatever signal you are broadcasting in theta does not get filtered or analyzed or doubted. It goes straight in. It writes directly onto the substrate of your reality-generating system. This is not speculation. Research in neuroplasticity has shown that the brain's ability to rewire itself is dramatically enhanced in theta states. Studies on hypnosis and suggestibility confirm that the subconscious mind accepts new patterns most readily when the analytical mind is in this specific frequency range. And the ancient traditions knew this long before we had the instruments to measure it. The Egyptians practiced temple sleep. The yogic traditions developed yoga nidra specifically to access this threshold state. Indigenous cultures around the world used drumming and chanting to induce theta frequencies for healing and vision. Every wisdom tradition on this planet independently discovered the same doorway, and it opens for you every single night. If this idea of conscious frequency and the theta doorway is resonating with you, I go so much deeper into the complete system of frequency transmission and conscious broadcasting in my book Beyond the Frequencies, A Quantum Guide to Consciousness Mastery. What we are touching on tonight is just one layer of a much larger architecture of transformation that unfolds across 9 master frequencies, taking you from survival static all the way to becoming the broadcast itself. It is linked in the pinned comment below. So what does this mean practically? What does it look like to actually use this window instead of sleeping through it? Here is where I need you to let go of everything you think you know about manifestation and affirmation and positive thinking. Because what I am describing is not about repeating words you do not believe. It is not about forcing yourself to feel something you do not feel. That approach fails precisely because it creates internal conflict. When your conscious mind says one thing and your nervous system says another, the nervous system wins every time. Every time. Your body is a more honest broadcaster than your thoughts will ever be. And the field, the quantum field, the unified field, whatever you want to call the intelligent substrate from which all experience emerges, it does not respond to your words. It responds to your signal, your actual felt sense electromagnetic signal. So the practice is not about thinking the right thoughts. It is about becoming the right frequency. And here is the part that most people are not ready to hear. You do not become a new frequency by adding something. You become it by removing what is in the way. The frequency you are seeking, the one that corresponds to the life you know in your bones you are meant to be living. That frequency is already present within you. It is not something you need to acquire or achieve or earn. It is your original signal. The one that was broadcasting clearly before the world taught you to be afraid. Before the experiences of rejection and failure and loss layered static over your natural transmission. Before you learned to shrink your field to match the expectations of people who had already shrunk theirs. Your work is not construction. It is excavation. It is not about building a new self. It is about uncovering the self that was always there beneath the noise. I want to pause here and ask you something. What is the one pattern in your life that keeps repeating no matter what you try? Drop it in the comments. Not to dwell on it, but to name it. Because naming it is the first step to releasing it at the threshold tonight. And the night is when the excavation happens most naturally. Because at night, the noise finally quiets. The roles you play during the day dissolve. The masks come off. The social performance ends. And what is left, what is always left when everything else falls away, is the raw signal of your being. The question is simply this: what are you doing with that signal in those final moments before sleep takes you? Let me walk you through what happens when you begin to use this window consciously. And I want you to understand that what I am describing is not a technique in the way you usually think of techniques. It is more like a remembering. A returning to something your body already knows how to do. Tonight when you lie down, instead of reaching for your phone, instead of letting the mind replay the day or rehearse tomorrow, I want you to do something radical in its simplicity. I want you to feel the version of yourself that already exists on the other side of the shift you are seeking. Not think about it. Feel it. There is an enormous difference, and that difference is everything. Thinking about what you want keeps you in beta. It keeps the analytical mind engaged. It keeps the gatekeeper at the door. And the gatekeeper will immediately start generating objections. How will this happen? When will it happen? What if it does not happen? You know this voice. You have heard it 1,000 times. It is the voice that has kept you circling the same territory for years. But feeling, genuine embodied feeling, that bypasses the gatekeeper entirely. When you feel something in your body, your nervous system does not distinguish between an experience that is happening externally and one that is being generated internally. This is not philosophy. This is measurable neuroscience. Brain imaging studies have shown that vividly imagined experiences activate the same neural networks as lived experiences. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between something you are experiencing and something you are deeply feeling from the inside out. So when you lie down tonight and you begin to feel, not think about, but actually feel in your body what it would be like to wake up tomorrow as someone whose life has already shifted, something remarkable begins to happen. Your nervous system starts to reorganize around that signal. Your heart rhythm changes. Your brainwave patterns shift. The electromagnetic field your heart is broadcasting, which extends several feet beyond your body and has been measured by the HeartMath Institute and other research organizations, that field begins to carry a different signature. And that signature is what the quantum field reads. That is what reality responds to. Not your vision board, not your affirmation, your actual embodied signal. Pause and breathe into that for a moment. This is why one night can change everything. Not because something magical happens while you sleep, although something extraordinary does happen while you sleep. But because when you consciously choose your frequency at the threshold of sleep, you are planting a seed directly into the most fertile soil that exists. You are bypassing every defense mechanism, every limiting belief, every fear-based pattern that normally intercepts your intentions during the day. You are speaking directly to the intelligence that builds your cells, regulates your heartbeat, and orchestrates the unfathomably complex symphony of biological processes that keep you alive without any conscious effort on your part. That intelligence, the one that knows how to heal a wound and grow a child and turn food into energy and coordinate trillions of cellular operations simultaneously, that intelligence is listening. And at the threshold of sleep, it is listening more closely than at any other time. Now I want to go even deeper, because there is a layer to this that connects to the very nature of what reality is and how it actually operates at the most fundamental level. Quantum physics has revealed something that still disturbs many physicists to this day. At the subatomic level, particles do not exist in definite states until they are observed. Before observation, a particle exists as a wave of probability. It is not in one place. It is in all possible places simultaneously. It is only when a conscious observer interacts with it that the wave collapses into a single definite state, a single definite reality. Read that again in your mind. Reality at its most fundamental level does not become definite until consciousness interacts with it. This is not fringe science. This is the foundation of quantum mechanics. The double-slit experiment, which has been replicated thousands of times over nearly a century, demonstrates this conclusively. When no one is watching, particles behave as waves of possibility. When someone observes, they become definite particles in definite locations. Consciousness is not a passive witness to reality. It is an active participant in its creation. Now extend this understanding from the subatomic to the macroscopic, from the particle to the person, from the laboratory to your life. If consciousness collapses possibility into reality at the quantum level, what is it doing at the level of your daily experience? What wave of possibility is your consciousness collapsing every single moment of every single day? And more importantly, what determines which possibility gets selected from the infinite field of potential? Here's the answer that changes everything. The possibility that collapses into your reality is the one that matches your frequency, your state, your signal. Not the one you want, not the one you think about. The one you are vibrationally aligned with at the deepest level of your being. This is why two people can live in the same city, work in the same field, have access to the same opportunities, and experience completely different realities. It is not luck. It is not talent. It is not even effort, though effort plays a role. It is frequency. It is the signal they are broadcasting from the core of their nervous system, most of which was programmed before they were 7 years old, most of which operates completely below the threshold of conscious awareness, most of which runs on autopilot 24 hours a day, including and especially during sleep. Your subconscious mind processes approximately 11 million bits of information per second. Your conscious mind handles about 50. 50. That means 99.9% of your reality processing is happening below the level of your awareness. And the programs running that processing were installed during the first 7 years of your life when your brain was operating primarily in theta, the same frequency you return to every night at the edge of sleep. Do you see the symmetry? Do you see the doorway? The programs were installed in theta, and they can be rewritten in theta. Every night you return to the same state in which your deepest programming was originally laid down. Every night you have the opportunity to update the operating system, not by fighting the old programs, not by analyzing them or understanding their origin story or processing them through years of talk therapy, but by simply introducing a new signal at the moment when the system is most receptive. This is what the ancient traditions meant when they spoke of dying and being reborn each night. It was not metaphor, it was instruction. Every night, the old self dissolves. Every night, there is an opportunity for a new self to emerge. The question is whether you are conscious enough at that threshold to participate in the process, or whether you are letting the old programs simply reload by default. Most people let them reload. Most people fall asleep in the same state they have been in all day, worried, stressed, replaying problems, feeling insufficient. And so the same programs boot up again the next morning. The same patterns run, the same reality generates, and they wonder why nothing changes despite all their effort. But you are not most people. You are here. You are listening. And something in you recognizes what I am saying not as new information, but as a remembering of something you have always known.
Tonight, don't try to force change. Don't chase signs. Don't beg the universe to notice you. Just listen, deeply. Because the version of you that's been trapped in fear, doubt, and repetition was never the real you. It was only noise. And for one night, you chose silence over chaos, awareness over distraction, presence over survival. Most people will wake up tomorrow and repeat the same thoughts, the same emotions, the same reality. But you, something shifted. Maybe not loudly, maybe not instantly, but deep inside your mind, a new frequency has already begun. And once consciousness expands, it never returns to its old size again. So when you wake up tomorrow, pay attention to how different the world feels. Not because reality changed first, but because you did. And that is where every transformation begins.